time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. The news is also live around the world on citinewsroom.com. Coming up, Ghana Water Limited shut down Bonsa water treatment plant over silted Bonsa River due to illegal mining activities.
The river has been fully occupied by silt again in just under 3 weeks. And as we speak today, 18th of November, it has been down for 3 weeks.
Meanwhile, the water company is also announcing the emergency shutdown of the water treatment plant to allow for urgent repair works. Still ahead, Interior Minister announces a 6-week ban on the use of firearms at funerals, festivals and other festive occasions.
In some instances, we even see AK-47 and G3s being bundled at funerals, at other ceremonies.
Also coming up, government credits Ghana's recent sovereign credit upgrade by S&P Global Ratings to months of fiscal discipline and monetary reforms.
Ghana's sovereign rating by S&P was upgraded recently from CCC+/C to B- B with a stable outlook on 7th November 2025.
And later, Black Stars of Ghana holds South Korea to a goalless draw in first 45 minutes of ongoing Karen Cup in Seoul. All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is live in the Western region on Premier FM 100.5, Sky Power FM 93.5 and Beach FM 105.5, all in Takrady. Bono region, J Life FM 95.5 in Sunyain. Ashanti region, we are live on Orange FM 107.9 in Kumasi. Volta region, we are live on Akpini Radio 96.7 in Pando and Heritage FM 107.3 in Hohoi.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Grateful for choosing us. Now, Interior Minister Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak has announced a 6-week ban on the use of firearms at funerals, festivals and other festive occasions. According to him, the move is aimed at sanitizing the system. Speaking at a press conference in Accra, the minister says the 6-week ban after the 6-week ban, all arms will be registered and owners trained.
Ban on the use of firearms in traditional celebration. And this is something that is so important to us. We've engaged all our regional ministers and we've tasked our regional ministers to get all our regional House of Chiefs and our opinion leaders and chiefs to know, whilst this amnesty lasts, it doesn't really matter whether what you have is licensed or not. We just want to silence the gun in these 6 weeks. So during funeral, during festivals, all the celebration, we just don't want to see any gun there. And we are putting in very vigorous measures. And we don't want to have any confrontation with any traditional authority. Please bear with us and let us be able to streamline these illicit arms that are in our hands. Many of us will attest to the fact we all know that it is this gunpowder that were usually used at celebration. Today, at these celebrations, you see pump action, you see pistols. In some instances, we even see AK-47 and G3s being bundled at funerals, at other ceremonies. We are saying that during these 6 weeks, it doesn't really matter whether it is gunpowder, whatever it is, please bear with us and observe the ban, because we are going to enforce this vigorously and we do not want to have any confrontation with any traditional authority.
Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak is Interior Minister. Officials at the Ashanti Regional Ghana Post have assured the public that adequate measures have been put in place to ensure a smooth and orderly process in the sale of recruitment forms for the police service, prison service, immigration service and the fire service in the region. Speaking to Citi News, the Ashanti Regional Head Postmaster Emmanuel Dodu said the post office has put proper safety and crowd control measures in place to prevent congestion as people come in to buy the forms. He advised the public to stay calm and avoid rushing, stressing that the deadline for purchasing the forms is December 21, 2025, ensuring ample time for all applicants to purchase them.
Actually, in terms of this, everybody is rushing to come and get it. So if it happens like that, you know how it will be. It will be like everybody wants to rush. But we develop a standard of when you come, we give you a number, then you'll be in the queue. When it gets to your turn, then you come and purchase your own. So far that's what we are doing. We have a lot of, the forms are there, so many of them. But we have about a month to sell it. But unfortunately, when you come and you tell them that maybe they should go and come, or probably when it's time and we have to go, you see that when you are closing the door, you will see people even trying to come in. But we can sell it up to the end, let's say about 20th or 21st of December. So we are telling the people that you rushing for it right now doesn't make it that there's a saying that Udi can't quarter now in DB. So when you are rushing for it doesn't mean automatically you'll be employed or you'll be taken by these forces. So they should take their time and then give us ample time. We will serve them and serve them well.
Ashanti Regional Head Postmaster Emmanuel Dodu. The Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service has arrested the man seen in a viral Facebook video of physically assaulting a woman believed to be his wife at Ofanko in the Ga East municipality of the Greater Accra region. The suspect, identified as John Odate Lamte, was picked up by police yesterday at the family residence after the video triggered widespread public outreach online. In an interview with Citi News, the CID Public Relations Officer Chief Inspector Bridget Babanao said two of the suspect's siblings, Grace Kushi Lamte and Louis Odate Lamte, have also been arrested.
They are yet to be brought in for their statements to be taken.
You have him in your custody, right?
Yes, we do. When the suspect was picked up, that's John Odate Lamte. When he was picked up, the siblings, that's Grace Kushi Lamte and then Louise Odate Lamte, suspected that the tenant in the house was the one who recorded and then circulated the video. So they went back to try to attack the said tenant. That was how come they were arrested. Okay, so by the time the police got to the residence, the woman had fled the house. So the police didn't meet the woman in the house. So we are still trying to look out for her and then provide protection for her.
We had a CID Public Relations Officer Chief Inspector Bridget Babanao. President John Dramani Mahama says Ghana's recent sovereign credit upgrade by S&P Global Ratings is a clear signal that the country's economic fundamentals are strengthening after months of deliberate fiscal and monetary reforms. The president highlighted government progress in restoring macroeconomic stability, noting that disciplined fiscal consolidation, improved domestic revenue mobilization, prudent expenditure controls, and stronger coordination between the Finance Ministry and the Bank of Ghana have all contributed to a more stable economic environment.
Our development partners, the financial markets, and the global rating agencies have acknowledged these reforms. And so these efforts have culminated in a significant sign of credibility. Ghana's sovereign rating by S&P was upgraded recently from CCC plus / C to B minus B with a stable outlook on 7th November 2025. And that is why I give credit to our Finance Ministry and our central bank, the Bank of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an affirmation that our fundamentals are strengthening and that we're on a clear path of recovery. These gains must be protected, consolidated, and expanded through policy discipline and institutional coherence. A core principle of effective economic management is an independent, credible, and professionally insulated central bank.
President Mahama, speaking at Citi at 60th anniversary conference in Accra, further reaffirmed his administration's commitment to upholding the independence of the Bank of Ghana. He says the central bank's institutional credibility is the backbone of monetary stability, anchoring inflation expectations, strengthening exchange rate confidence, and supporting long-term investment decisions.
This is an affirmation that our fundamentals are strengthening and that we're on a clear path of recovery. These gains must be protected, consolidated, and expanded through policy discipline and institutional coherence. A core principle of effective economic management is an independent, credible, and professionally insulated central bank. And so let me state unequivocally that the government of Ghana is firmly committed to safeguarding the independence of the Bank of Ghana. A strong and autonomous central bank is essential for anchoring inflation expectations, for maintaining exchange rate stability, for enhancing investor and market confidence, and ensuring long-term policy credibility. This is not a matter of personal preference. It is an economic necessity. A modern currency regime requires not only strong institutions, but also an informed and responsible public. I therefore urge the Bank of Ghana to strengthen nationwide public education in three critical areas. The first is promoting the use of the cedi in all domestic transactions. Using the national currency strengthens economic stability and reduces unnecessary exposure to exchange rate volatility. The second is improving currency handling practices. Poor handling practices increase printing costs, shorten the life of the currency notes in circulation, and undermine currency integrity.
President John Dramani Mahama, now Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, has reaffirmed the central bank's determination to entrench the cedi as Ghana's primary medium of exchange, warning that currency substitution and dollarization pose real risks to the country's economic sovereignty. He explained that the bank's ongoing work on payment modernization alongside the cedi pilot seeks to strike a balance between safeguarding the continued relevance of cash and expanding secure interoperable digital payment systems. Addressing participants at the Citi at 60th anniversary currency conference in Accra, Dr. Isiama noted that President John Dramani Mahama's Resetting Ghana agenda aligns with the central bank's mission to restore stability, strengthen confidence, and protect the long-term value of the cedi.
The shifts also require a thoughtful approach to how the physical and digital dimensions of money will evolve together. As they say, cash continues to play an essential role in inclusion and resilience, while digital channels are expanding convenience and reach. Our work on payments, modernization, and the ECD reflects our commitment to secure and interoperable forms of value grounded in Ghana's realities and informed by global lessons. This must be reinforced by strong economic stewardship and institutional stability to ensure that the cedi retains its value and relevance. At the same time, we are strengthening efforts to re-anchor the cedi as the unquestioned medium of exchange, addressing the pressures toward currency substitution and dollarization, which threaten our economic sovereignty.
Dr. Isiama also underscored the need to safeguard the future of the cedi and strengthen its resilience in a rapidly evolving global financial system.
Their relationship with the cedi will be shaped by the trust they place in the institutions that serve them. So part of our responsibility as policymakers, as technicians, and as leaders is to ensure that the cedi, however it is assessed, continues to serve these aspirations. Across the world, the landscape of money is indeed shifting. Digital payments continue to reshape behavior and expand access. Jurisdictions are advancing their thinking on CBDCs as well as tokenized instruments, and raising new considerations around trust, interoperability, and privacy. Advances in artificial intelligence are redefining authentication, security, and lifecycle management.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama. This is still the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra. The news is also live in the northern region on Dasuma FM 99.1 in Yendi, Upper East Word FM 88.3 in Zwarungu, Pure FM 100.5 in Navrongo. Upper West, we are live on West Link 88.1 in Laura. Northeast region, we are live on Eagle FM 94.1 in Waliwali. Now, still to come, Ghana Water Limited shut down Bonsa water treatment plant over silted Bonsa River due to illegal mining activities. We have details of that, plus other stories coming up shortly. Please don't go away.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
The luckiest everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. Now, newly elected chairman of the Public Interest and Accountability Committee, that is PIAC, Richard Elima, is advocating for dedicated funding for the activities of the committee. Mr. Elima says PIAC has over the years suffered from lack of funding affecting its operations. Speaking to Citi News, Richard Elima says PIAC will do more if it has more dedicated source of funding.
What is more important to me is to secure a more sustainable source of funding. Currently, the system is that we submit a budget to the ministry. The ministry looks at it and then either approves or make amendments to the budget or, reject it altogether. So if you look at what was given to us in the last budget, it was a significant improvement in the 2025 budget. But then we still didn't get 100% of our budget being approved. But if we are put on a more sustainable source of funding, like what we had prior to 2025, our expenditure was charged on the ABFE, annual budget funding amount. But because the law has been amended, we are now back to the Ministry of Finance, send the budget, and then they do the approval. So I am looking at discussing further sustainable sources of funding for PIAC so that in the next few years to come, we will not be at the mercy of the Ministry of Finance.
Now, Richard Elima also rejected claims that PIAC has lost its relevance over the years.
Ghanaians are generally very emotive about petroleum revenue issues. It is up to PIAC to go out there, inspect projects, do our reports, and then give an idea to Ghanaians how their petroleum revenues are being utilized. We have always made the point that if we had such an arrangement in the mineral sector, for instance, now mining is experiencing a boom, but how much of that money is coming to government? We have issues of transparency in the mining sector. We don't have that same problem in the petroleum sector because of the existence of PIAC. We do our reports very transparently, and then we publish these reports for Ghanaians to know how governments have spent petroleum revenues. Ordinarily, Parliament is supposed to have that oversight responsibility over how petroleum revenues are utilized. But then, because of their own workload and the fact that they can't handle everything, PIAC has carved out part of this responsibility of Parliament, and we are doing it. And so far, we've done it so well. And we have even helped government in alerting governments to possible misuse of petroleum revenues across the country. So I disagree with anybody who claims that PIAC has lost its relevance. We are extremely relevant now, and we will continue to be relevant in the near future.
Newly elected chairman of PIAC, Richard Elima. The Bonsa water treatment plant, which supplies water to Bonsa and the Takwa Nsuari municipality of the Western region, has been shut down due to heavy siltation caused by illegal mining in the Bonsa River, preventing water from entering its intake for treatment. The Western and Central Regional Manager of the Ghana Water Limited, Engineer Richard Eson, during a tour of the polluted Bonsa River and treatment facility, told journalists that turbidity levels in the river are now around 4,400 NTU, though the treatment plant was designed for less.
The river or the raw water that supplies the plant is a Bonsa River that you can see. We have a lot of challenge with the source of the raw water. And the main thing is siltation of the dam. About 2 months ago, the plant was shut down. The whole mine was not supplying because there was a lot of silt and raw water was not coming into the plant. We took the pain to dredge, remove a huge tons of silt from the river. And then the plant worked for only 3 weeks. And for us to see that the river has been fully occupied by silt again, just under 3 weeks. And as we speak today, 18th of November, it has been down for 3 weeks. This is the situation we are facing here. For now, there's no water going to Takwa. The plant is not treating water at all. And it's a situation that is affecting water supply to this enclave and this environment.
Western and Central Regional Manager of the Ghana Water Limited, Engineer Richard Eson, now Managing Director of the water company Adam Mutawakilu, says GWCL is considering using stagnant water for mining pit as an emergency measure to restore supply to Takwa after the Bonsa water treatment plant was shut down due to heavy galamsey siltation.
From here, we'll be visiting the mining pit lake to see if it is possible we can tap it from one of the mining pits lake to this. And maybe when I say mining pit lake, people might think that it's contaminated. This is not the treatment part of it. This is just the extraction. As the mining company extracts and it goes deep, they sometimes hit aquifers, which are huge reservoirs of water and quite clean. So tap from there and pump it to the station. That's what one of the options we'll be looking at once I'm here. So you tap from there. Now we'll have a booster station there. It pumps the raw water to the treatment plant here.
Managing Director of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Adam Mutawakilu. Meanwhile, the company has announced an emergency shutdown of the water treatment plant to carry out urgent repair works. In a statement released today, the Ghana Water Limited indicates that there will be an interruption in water supply from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. today in several neighborhoods in Accra. Affected areas will include Kolebu, Dansuman, Mamprobi, parts of Weja, Gwawe and Achimota, as well as adjoining areas. Residents are therefore advised to prepare for the temporary disruption and plan accordingly. The water company further assures the public that engineers are on site working diligently to complete the repair works promptly. The Minister for Works, Housing and Natural Resources, Kenneth Gilbert Ejay, has strongly expressed his disappointment over the extreme delay in the construction of the Kaneshu Lot 1 drainage system. The project, awarded to Hydronomics Limited and Volax Company Limited, was scheduled to be completed in 12 months, but after 10 months, construction has only reached 11%. Speaking during a stop at the Lot 1 project site, Kenneth Gilbert Ejay urged the contractor to expedite work on the project.
You are telling us that by the end of December, you would have gotten to this point. End of January, this, end of February, that. So if you don't get there, then we will all come here again and then we'll just let the world know that this is what you said and you didn't deliver. Then we will terminate the contract and then we will let everybody know that Hydronomics couldn't deliver. And you know, if you don't deliver here, you should know that other people too will be watching. So it's going to affect your company.
That was the Minister for Works and Housing, Kenneth Gilbert AG. Now, Daffodil International School at Tema New Sebripo has emerged as a multiple award winner at the Pearson Learner Award 2025, earning one of the highest marks in the world for Pearson Edexcel I Primary Mathematics. 11-year-old Benita Saki, a pupil of Daffodil International School, received the award, excelling in Edexcel I Primary Mathematics, Computing and Science. Speaking to Citi News, the head of academics at Daffodil International School, Dr. Akofa Afi Adobol, expressed excitement over the achievement.
We were so excited as a school to see her get this achievement. It shows the collaborative efforts of the teachers, the learners, and the parents as well in bringing her to this point. And at Daffodil, we look at 3 core values, so discipline, integrity, and service. So we are not just concerned about the academic excellence of the learner, but we are also concerned about the other aspects of his or her life. So we are happy that our learner has gotten this far, and we encourage parents to bring learners our way, and they'll be assured that we'll look at your child holistically.
Head of academics at Daffodil International School, Dr. Akofa Afi Adobo. Now, the Black Stars of Ghana are hoping to avoid a second straight loss in the Karen Cup as they take on South Korea in Seoul. City Sports' Edwin Kwakofi joins us in studio with more. Edwin.
Hi, how?
Thank you for joining us in studio. We are down by a goal.
Yes, we are. It's the second half of the Karen Cup against South Korea. They've played about 64 minutes. South Korea have just taken the lead against Ghana.
I hope it's not Song Min Yong.
No, it wasn't Song Min Min. He was taking off earlier in the game. But it came from a cross from the right-hand side, went into the box, and it was headed past Benjamin Asari, who is in the Black Stars goal today, for a 1-goal lead. You mentioned that the Black Stars are hoping to avoid the second straight loss because they lost to Japan 2-0 on Friday, and they were hoping to get a good result against South Korea today, because the last time we met South Korea at the World Cup in 2022, we beat them by 3-2 in the group game. But today it doesn't seem to be going as well. But I think Otoado will point to the fact that a number of players are missing, absent from the squad. He made 6 changes from the team that beat that lost to Japan on Friday, because Antoine Semenyo, Mohamed Salisu, and a number of players picked up injuries. Also, Francis Abu, who suffered a double leg fracture in that game as well. So it's a weakened Black Star squad, but it's filled with players who are looking to secure a place in the squad for the World Cup next year, and also possibly in the starting lineup, because a number of them have shown that they could pick up a place, like Caleb Rinchi in midfield. Gideon Mensah's place at left back is still up for grabs, and that's from his side where the goal came from. So a number of players are looking to secure their spots at the World Cup, but it doesn't seem to be going too well.
No, I find it problematic when we say it's a weakened team because of some key players who are absent from the team, because these are people who are also going to be part of the squad likely to be in the US, Mexico, or Canada. So if we can't have a first or second 11 to be able to hold the fort for the Black Stars, then I think it's problematic.
It's a good argument, because the players who are playing today, you would hope that they will be able to step in when the key players are not available. But you have to understand that if you are missing a team of Mohamed Kudus, Jordan Ayew, Antoine Semenyo, Thomas Partey, it's going to be very difficult when you're coming up against one of the better sides in the world, because South Korea are ranked 22nd, while the Black Stars of Ghana are ranked 72nd. So you can tell that there's a gap, at least in terms of the FIFA rankings. And South Korea do have a number of really good players who play in some of the biggest teams in the world, like, as you mentioned, Hyun Sung Min, MLS. Used to play for Tottenham. Then you also have Kim Min Jae, who plays for Bayern Munich. So there are a number of top players in that South Korean team, and missing our top players who are unavailable for this game, it made it a lot tougher. And being 1-0 down as it stands, yes, there's no chance we are winning the Karen Cup, but it gives Otoado a lot to think about when he's picking a squad for the World Cup next year.
Now, 71 minutes played. Do you think the Black Stars will be able to at least equalize, if not, because we want to avoid a second straight defeat?
Look, that goal from South Korea has come from the run of play, against the run of play, because the Black Stars were dominant in that first half. Probably should have been up by a goal or two. So in the second half, seeing South Korea take the lead, even though the Black Stars have been very good, it's very surprising. But it gives me hope that the team can get a goal back, because Kamaldeen Suleiman, as I mentioned, Caleb and she have been very, very good. Okay. And they've been good going forward as well. So there could be a goal for the Black Stars in this.
We hope so. Thank you so much, Edwin Kakofi. And that's it for today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabaka in Accra. Please log on to citinewsroom.com for more stories. I'm Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Thank you for doing the listening.
City News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, City 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at City 973.
It's the Electroland Xmas Picky One